Hey there, welcome to Main Street Living. I am Cheryl Nelson.
Hey guys, I'm Quincy Carr.
And I'm Danielle Alvari.
Always good to see you. I cannot believe summer is winding down. It always flies by so fast. And Quincy, you got a birthday. You have any plans?
Yeah. I plan to, celebrate it the only way I know how, with some laughter. I got my birthday bash that's going to be happening usually during August. I give back to the community. So, but I couldn't do that this year, just based on planning. So just putting together a comedy show to bring some laughs on my birthday.
Quincy, so I'm not gonna say your age, but you've been around this planet for a couple years now. Yeah. What's your wisdom you've gained? Any wisdom you can share with us on this birthday?
Absolutely. Use lotion when you get out the shower. It's been too many years.
That's not what I was expecting.
Is that something that your wife told you to do?
Yes, yes, she did. And now, after 40-something years later, I'm using lotion now.
Okay.
I think the lesson is listen to your wife. Okay. It's just easier.
She is always right.
Right.
She's always right. You gotta remember that, Quincy.
Yeah. Well, what do y'all have got? Well, what do you have going on? I should ask.
Yeah, best part of summer.
Best part of summer for me, if you guys were watching recently, you saw that I went to Maine and I went on a whale watching tour out of Bar Harbor. Mm-hmm. That experience was the coolest thing ever, just to see the humpback whale breaching there in the Gulf of Maine, 50 miles out into the water in Canadian waters. Coolest thing ever. I never thought I would see a whale that up close and personal. So
I still can't believe they let you into Canada.
Right? I mean, we were just in Canadian waters, but I got that message on my phone, welcome to Canada. And I'm going, oh, so that was really cool. Danielle, what about you?
Guys, I don't want to say I thrived, but I survived a Las Vegas summer. I don't know if you've ever experienced anything like that. All the people watching they're in Las Vegas. You know what I'm talking about. It was a scorcher. It was a scorcher. So I survived.
Yes. The weather in Las Vegas in the summer, no thank you. But I gotta say, guys, we got a great show today, because if you are into weather like me, we will share some insight about storm chasing. And it's not too late for summer fun. We'll give you an idea for your next vacation.
And also, we've got some pretty cool insight leading to justice for all, while we're also helping my fellow military veterans out too.
That's right. And are you ready for some football? Yeah. We'll bring in Deion Imade from Gametime to talk all about some high school football next, right here on Main Street Living.
Welcome back to Main Street Living. Quincy, Danielle, even though we're still in full summer mode here, it is back to school season. And that also means football is just around the corner.
That's right. And here at YurView, we are ramping up for some of the country's best high school football games on Gametime. And our analyst, Deion Imade, is here to give us a preview of what's in store for fans. Welcome to Main Street Living, Deion.
Thank you, guys. A long-time fan, first time, long time. Is that what they say in the radio business?
Yeah,
TV?
Yes.
Yeah. First time, long time.
We'll make sure to Venmo you for that. Okay, so Gametime features great high school football matchups from around the country. I've actually seen this show before. I used to work on it, I think, a little bit of some high school football. It's really cool. A lot of those big rivalries, they're coming out of the Oklahoma region, like Bixby versus Jenks, which is a game going on September 3rd. What can you tell us about this matchup? What do we need to know?
Well, first off, it's a big time rivalry, kind of a new one here in Oklahoma, with the fact that Jenks for a long time was the face of Oklahoma football. Okay, you couldn't say Oklahoma football without mentioning the Jenks Trojans. But the new kids on the block, the Bixby Spartans, they ain't messing around. All right, they've kind of taken over the crown from Jenks and being the number one team, no matter classification. And most of that's due to the Presley family. They got a couple of brothers there that's kind of put Bixby on the map. It started with Brennan Presley, who's at my alma mater right now, Oklahoma State, and he's an emerging star in that offense. But his brother, he passed the baton to him, and Braylon is nobody to look down on. Although he's small, he's got that Barry Sanders size, but he's got the wiggle with it as well. Okay, he's spectacular. one of the top players in the nation, arguably, and he's also committed to Oklahoma State. So that's who takes it over there for the Big C Spartans. They also got a tight end, Luke Haas, who is arguably number one, number two. If you who you ask, it kind of depends. But some say he's the best tight end in the nation, especially in the 2023 class. So they got a lot of talent over there in Bixby, and they do a lot of winning that goes with it. 36-game winning streak going on right now, so a lot of winning.
Nice. And you made a little boy band reference with New Kids on the Block and everything. There's nothing new about these rivalries. And I know the Friday after that game that you guys just mentioned on September 10th, Jinx will be playing Union in their brand new stadium. So what should we look for in that game?
Yeah, so again, the Jinx Trojans, they are the face of Oklahoma football, and right beside them for a long time has been Union, and you could not go anywhere without mentioning the Backyard Bowl. That game is something that everybody looks forward to around here, and whoever wins kind of for the long time has been the front runner to take that state championship. So it's a very, very aggressive, across the street matchup, Backyard Bowl. Those kids look forward to it every year. Union had a minor setback last year coming off, some rough losses. Very tough schedule early on, but they made a couple of switches. I mean, Grayson Tempest is their starting quarterback now. They put him into the quarterback position, and they got things rolling. Jinx, though, they are Jinx. So they got things rolling, and they got head coach over there says he's looking at one of his teams right now that they're kind of unsure. They got a little bit of a quarterback controversy going on over there right now where they're looking to start the senior. There's an incoming freshman who's got a lot of hype behind him as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do over there.
There's just nothing like high school football. I used to cover it. I love it because you get to watch these players work their way up, and some of them end up in the league as well. Just amazing talent. So even if you're not in Oklahoma, it's still fun to watch these players because they could be, playing on Sunday one day. There's amazing talent, obviously, coming out of Oklahoma. What can you tell us about Talon Shetron? I know you talked about the Presley brothers, but I know Shetron's. This is a great brother matchup as well.
Yeah, there's two of them right now. It was kind of all the hoopla here in Oklahoma these last couple of months because Talon Shetron is the man. All right, I'm telling you, he's like a young AJ Green for all of my football fans. He's got that same build, that same speed, high points to football, and he's a great special teams player as well. I mean, you mentioned the NFL. This is a kid that I hope plays for me and Quincy's Dallas Cowboys one of these days. He is a big time
another
player.
Cowboys fan on the show.
You already know.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So right now, AJ Green was committed to OU. He flipped that commitment earlier this summer when his brother got an offer from OSU. So those two brothers are committed to Oklahoma State and will be becoming Cowboys, not NFL, not the NFL Cowboys, but the collegiate Cowboys. They'll be becoming Cowboys. Yep, and it's a big news around here. So he's a talent to be watching for the future.
Yeah,
That's quite a flip from OU to OSU. Yeah.
Who you telling? It made a lot of people upset around here, and it made a lot of people happy.
Yeah, well, the state of Oklahoma is always going to have a lot of talent, just like the state of Texas, where I'm from. But you played at Oklahoma State for a few years, so you already know what Division I football is like, which is what many of these high schoolers are striving for right now, right?
Oh, most certainly. Like yourself, I am from Dallas, Texas as well. So I've seen all of it from Dallas to Oklahoma. So when I came to cover football here in this state, I was, hey, I'm a Dallas boy. This is Texas football. This Texas high school football is made of legends, but Oklahoma surprised me. They got a lot of athletes out here that are tremendous, physically gifted, and they don't take no prisoners out here. It's a lot of tough football, but a lot of these kids, they know what it takes to get to the next level because so many have gone before them. A lot of work, a lot of, sacrificing, and a lot of, you got to do the extra. I know that from firsthand experience. I know what it takes to get there, and I see it in these kids, especially when I call their games on Friday nights.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, one more game we do want to get to. We want to mention on October 8th, Bixby will play Choctaw, which will be actually a rematch of a 6A championship game from 2020. What are you anticipating in that game?
Oh, man. Choctaw has come out of the woodworks with talent galore. I don't know where it came from, but all of a sudden last season they had a number of guys getting D1 offers, and they still got some of those guys on that team this year. Deshaun Brown is a defensive end who brings havoc anytime he comes around the corner, and quarterbacks are fearing him in this state. I'll tell you that right now. And mentioning quarterbacks, Choctaw has a quarterback themselves, Still Wassel, who is he's the prototypical quarterback. I mean, as a sophomore, I called their game and I looked behind me and I was like, where did this kid come from? I mean, 6'4", 200 pounds, and just looks like he is ready to go as a sophomore. So a lot of colleges are going to come calling after him. I heard he had a pretty good summer, got a couple offers. So it's going to be interesting. But like you mentioned, it was the 6A2 state championship last year. So there's a lot of bragging rights, and a lot of people think this game is also going to be the defining factor on who has a leg up for the state championship this year, because they think it's going to be those two teams meeting up once again.
Okay. So Deion, how can the viewers find you, and also how can they watch more of these games?
Well, if you want to, hear from me and my opinions and check out where I am, you can follow me at Deion Imade _28. But if you want to watch our games, go to YurView. It's Channel 3 in Oklahoma, and the Cox customers can watch the game for free live on the Contour app or anytime at watch.yourview.com.
Well, Quincy, sounds like we have some exciting football to look forward to this season.
You got that right, Danielle. Game Time in Oklahoma kicks off with BTW at Southmore on Thursday, August 26th, and then Sapulpa at Sand Springs on Friday, August the 27th. Now, we're going to change gears a bit, because after the break, Danielle, we're going to get a little more insight on the meaning of justice for all. So more of Main Street Living on the way.
Welcome back into Main Street Living. Quincy, Cheryl, we've been doing the show well over a year. It's been a crazy time. We've talked about a lot of different issues, and this past year in particular has kind of shown a spotlight on some of the inequality and injustice that still lives in this country.
I know, it's so sad that this is going on. And one space that continues to have a huge gap between the haves and the have-nots is in legal services. Legal representation is expensive. And if you're lucky enough to live in Pima County, Arizona, you can have access to civil legal help, even if your income would not ordinarily allow it. Here to tell us about the life-changing work of Step Up to Justice, welcome Michele, Mirto, and Melissa Spiller-Shiner to the show. Good to see you.
Good morning. Nice to see you all.
So Michele, I'm going to start with you. Step Up to Justice was started in 2017 to provide legal assistance to low-income residents in Pima County, Arizona. Why was it created, and what is the goal?
So Step Up to Justice really grew out of a concern for our low-income neighbors who were not receiving the civil legal assistance that they so desperately needed to keep themselves and their families safe. Each year in Pima County, there are 140,000 low-income residents that will have at least one civil legal need. So this might be a grandparent who's caring for a grandchild who needs a minor guardianship order in order to enroll that child in school, to get health care for that child. It might be a victim of domestic violence who needs help securing an order of protection. Or it could be a tenant who is living in unsafe housing conditions and needs a lawyer to be able to remain in their housing.
Yeah, Michele, what you've mentioned is a bunch of different scenarios. So Melissa, Step Up to Justice has only been at work for about 4 years now, but you've already helped thousands of people in need. So what kind of services do you guys provide?
So Step Up to Justice provides free civil legal services to low-income residents of Pima County, Arizona. And the majority of our clients, about 50%, request assistance with a family law matter, like divorce, paternity, custody, child support matters. Like Michele said, many of these clients are victims of domestic violence and need help obtaining or defending an order of protection. The next biggest area of need is housing, which includes issues like private landlord-tenant disputes, habitability concerns, and now with the pandemic, advice about the various eviction moratoriums. We also conduct Know Your Rights presentations for tenants and are working on similar curriculum for mobile homeowners who rent the land beneath their home. And then the rest of our cases include issues like end-of-life planning, minor guardianship, consumer protection, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, employment disputes, and then government benefits issues like Social Security and unemployment.
So, Melissa, how does somebody find out if they are eligible for the services?
Yeah, so to be eligible for services from Step Up to Justice, a client must have a civil legal issue in Pima County, Arizona, that's within our scope of services. So those are the areas that I mentioned before. Our clients must also meet our financial eligibility guidelines, which means they live at or below 125% of the federal poverty guidelines. For a family of 4, that's about $33,000 per year. And then clients are also able to go up to 200% of the federal poverty guidelines, or about $53,000 per year for a family of 4, if they have what we consider a qualifying expense, like paying rent or paying a mortgage or child support.
Wow. It's just a bunch of things out there that definitely, I mean, so many people in this country could, take advantage of as far as the resources are concerned. And Michele, like Step Up to Justice, you guys are based on an innovative model, right? That relies on volunteers. So how does that work specifically?
So we are an all-volunteer model, and what that means is Step Up to Justice really serves as the infrastructure to connect clients in need with volunteers who are willing to help. We currently have 230 amazing volunteers on our roster who have stepped up to donate their time and skill to assist our clients. We provide them with a variety of different volunteer opportunities so that they are spending their time in a meaningful, hopefully inspiring way. And so far, in the short time that we've been open, these volunteers have driven $5.5 million worth of free civil legal services into our community. So we're really proud of them and grateful.
Absolutely. And talk to us a little bit about why it's so important to make sure that legal help is available to everyone who needs it.
Sure. So ensuring access to the legal system for our low-income community is important not only to protect their rights and ensure their quality of life, but it's important to make all communities stronger and safer. So, for example, a family that is experiencing some housing instability, if they're able to avoid an eviction and remain in their home, that strengthens the entire neighborhood. Their children are more likely to have successful outcomes in school. The adults in that household are able to maintain their employment, and they're just generally all safer. So I think what we're really talking about is that civil legal rights are just basic human rights, and that all of us, our neighborhoods and our communities, are stronger when everyone has access.
That's something that I know a lot of people in the country, including the Black community, and I can speak on that behalf as well, is that to have the same access as everyone else, that does really truly benefit everyone. And for you, Melissa, how can viewers, maybe with limited access, contact you guys for services?
Yeah, so for viewers who are in Pima County, if they would like to apply for services, they can visit our website at stepuptojustice.org. And there at the top left, they'll see a link that says Apply for Help, where they can complete a short application for services. And then for viewers who are in a different area of the country but need free civil legal services, they should visit a website called lawhelp.org. And there they can click on their state and find a legal services provider near them.
That's good to know. I was going to ask that. How do people who are outside the area find out? So you just answered that question. Is there anything else that you want to share before we go? Maybe something to help people better understand or why they should care about the cause?
Well, I think it goes back to what I said. I think in order for people to have faith in our institutions and it's just really important for everyone to have access, no matter who you are or where you are, where you find yourself in your life. It's important to have that access. And we're seeing it here. It was just an idea, and it's really come to fruition, and we're seeing people helped every day. So we're incredibly grateful for the community and all of the volunteers that have stepped up to help.
Awesome. Well, thank you both very much, Melissa and Michele, and continue to do those good things because we all need it these days.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
No problem. Oh, wow. Well, sure. That was very enlightening info about the things we can only hope to change within the judicial system. But as you know, Cheryl, unlike Mother Nature, who changes whenever she wants, we have no control over her madness. So we'll see why after the break.
Welcome back into Main Street Living. Guys, you know that our resident meteorologist, Cheryl, is fascinated by weather and what makes it work.
Absolutely, Danielle. It's so right. The forces of nature that make the weather all around us are pretty incredible, and it's not to be taken lightly, which makes the work and the photos of professional storm chasers all the more amazing. Check this out.
I was watching storm chasers on Discovery Channel, and I didn't even know there was a world of storm chasers out there. You know, movie Twister shows it, but I thought it's a movie. And so these people are out there chasing tornadoes and supercells, and I was like, okay, I gotta see that. You know, I'm from here. I love everything here, but I gotta see that. I started chasing probably 2008, 2009 around Arizona, just trying to capture lightning. I used to watch lightning on the back porch with my dad, and I remember a lightning bolt hitting maybe a couple 100 feet behind our house, and I still have a vivid memory, probably when I was like 7 or 8. And it's kind of funny because that's the first thing I really wanted to photograph was lightning. It's what attracted me to all this. In 2011, I decided to try to time-lapse. That second or third ever time-lapse I shot ended up being the historic July 5th, 2011 Haboob that rolled over Phoenix that was viral around the world. And that kind of put my name on the map, but also opened me up to this world of time-lapse. Oh, did I just see a boat? Hold on a second, stay right there. That's probably, okay, I just want to make. Can you explain that? I thought I saw that out of the corner of my eye, but I don't hear my lightning trigger. My other camera, my Sony should go ch-ch-ch. A lot of people hadn't seen a lot of photos, the dust storms and stuff we have here. And so once they started seeing that, people were like, I want to do that. And now can you take me or whatever? So I do workshops twice during the summer down in Base them out of Tucson, where, you know, we're kind of in a rental for 5 days and we get up and we learn in the morning and photograph lightning and dust storms. And they've been pretty fun. I keep them kind of small, only a couple, like 2 or 3 people, so everyone gets a chance to really learn. And people come from all over the world, especially to see the tornadoes and supercells. They, you know, that's a huge attraction that people don't get that anywhere else, at least on a regular basis. If you've never gone storm chasing, then Arizona is a really good place to start because it's not so scary. As long as you kind of avoid flash floods and standing underneath lightning bolts start striking all around you, you should be fine. It's kind of hard to teach the instincts and the methods of chasing until you just do it. Because I could tell you what to do, but you might look at a cloud and go like, I don't really know what's happening here because I've never seen this before. But once you've done it for a few years, you're like, okay, I know what's about to happen. Just getting out and doing it is really like the best advice.
Now, Cheryl, you know I have to ask because your car has so many miles on it. Would you consider storm chasing?
My car's got 348,200 miles and counting. Would I storm chase in my car? No, because I don't want to put it in danger. Could it?
Too late.
Yes, because I just did a 12-hour.
I'm just imagining Cheryl getting sucked up and sent to Munchkin Land and just.
Thanks, you guys. I'm going to keep my car as safe as possible. And I must add that if you do want to storm chase, make sure you know what you're doing. Leave it to the meteorologists and professionals like myself. And if you're brave enough, you can follow Mike's adventures at MikeOlbinski.com.
That's right. Well, Mike, I hope you're staying safe out there while chasing those storms. And for those coming out of a stormy period in life, ladies, after the break, we look at how homeless veterans are getting a little help. Stay right there.
Welcome back into Main Street Living. Sometimes we all just need a little hand up, and no one deserves that help more than our veterans.
Yeah, in fact, last year, more than 37,000 veterans in the U.S. were experiencing homelessness and in need of help.
That's why the Stand Down on the Delta event provides access to a wide range of resources for homeless veterans and soothes their soul with a little music. Take a look.
I play trumpet. I played the saxophone.
Oh, say, can you sing?
Bleepity boo boo bum. Yeah.
Because I don't have my music with me, I'm just going to make something up.
And it gives me the chills every time I play it. The Stand Down is probably one of the greatest things that I've seen for homeless veterans.
Stand Down on the Delta was where we bring in between 350 and 400 veterans from the whole Bay Area. And we bring them in for full wraparound services. They stay 4 days, arriving on a Friday and departing on a Monday. And in those 4 days, they get full medical, full dental, full vision. They get wraparound service for health and housing placement, job opportunities. We build a community so they feel they get that camaraderie back again, where they feel like they're part of a community so they can re-engage into that community.
The stand down actually came from bringing people off the front lines. And when you stand down, that means that you bring people off the front lines and have them reprieve, get nourishment and rest and shelter. And
It was a very moving experience for me. I didn't even know what it was, the Stand Down. Seeing all these homeless veterans being taken off the street, being given, practical things. But the music somehow binds it together, It's like music makes community.
I'm a Vietnam veteran, and I'm here and I want to entertain them and take their minds off their worries through our music.
The weird part about going in the service was ever since I got home, I never fit in again. Whenever I'm around all veterans is when I'm the most comfortable. When I play at the Stand Down, I just couldn't be anymore. Any other time when I play, I'm all nervous and all this, but at the Stand Down, I'm always comfortable.
if I can inspire them to sing or have them remember how it feels to bring music to other people, that's what I want. I remember I was singing at the VA one time and I was criticizing myself, and the veterans said, "Hey, wait a minute, who are you singing for, you or us?" And that kind of changed my life.
It's not a gig to me. It stands alone. I would cancel other things to do this. It's something that I choose to do.
We're gonna party, party, party tonight. One more time. One more time. We're gonna party, party, party tonight.
The reason why I've been doing it for many, many years, I feel it's my duty to really contribute for these veterans, because when I do it, it's like playing for my father, playing for my grandfather.
We don't realize we take music for granted. If you're homeless, live music is not something you can take for granted. And so having these professional musicians playing and singing and doing this, it's amazing. It is healing.
I myself was homeless during high school, living under the freeway, sleeping wherever I could not be seen at. And that feeling of aloneness certainly is what we try to fix at the Stand Down. So I had the great opportunity of going into the military and serving my country that way. That really gave me the opportunity to be able to serve my community, to come back, that community that I took so much from as when I was homeless.
One of the things I like is they don't pay me, and that makes me real comfortable. That takes a lot of pressure off. And then it's for the vets, and they're appreciative. You know, I don't know what it is. It seems like to me, the vets are the most appreciative people in this country.
I work at the VA also, and sometimes when I would sing there, the veterans would roll in and they'd start crying. And at first I was really like, oh, I'm so sorry. But then they all started coming when I was singing, and it was just a healing therapy for them.
You can take a band, our band from here, put us in a different setting in a different country, and it's still going to be the same type of response because they're reacting to the music, the beat. You can take music anywhere.
And you get people that have different backgrounds and different thoughts and different ideas and different philosophies. And when the music's really happening right, it's magic.
Music is a universal language. Music is something that everybody can hear, even if you don't, it's not your music. I'm a big fan of Indian music. I don't understand it all like I do Western music, but it speaks to me. And I think that's a big part, is that we need to get beyond, sometimes beyond words, and music does that.
Oh man, guys, I love those packages. It really touches my heart. And Quincy, I know that you're also a veteran and you also use entertainment to make other people happy as well. So it's really special.
Yeah. Yes. One of those type of opportunities when you can entertain people that were in the same situations as you. Obviously, no, I'm not homeless, but when we all serve this country, it definitely means something to help each other feel better.
Yeah, Quincy, thanks for your service. And if you at home want to learn more, this year's Stand Down on the Delta event will be happening September 10th through 13th at the Fairgrounds in Antioch, California. You can find more information at deltaveteransgroup.com. Well, coming up next, it is not too late to plan some summer fun. We're going to explain coming up. Stay with us.
Welcome back into Main Street Living. Cheryl, Quincy, this is the time of year that makes me feel like I need to go buy college ruled paper and like some pencils. You remember that feeling? And like some new supplies, okay? We are in back to school season, but summer, it's not over yet. And there's still time to enjoy a getaway with friends or the whole family.
Yes, and so if you're looking for the funnest summer getaway, you can find your funner at Harrah's Resort SoCal.
That's right. This is where you can play the games, the hottest games, grab a bite at one of the incredible restaurants, enjoy a drink at their amazing bar, Cheryl, and float, Danielle, along the gorgeous lazy river. I'll see you ladies there.
We have a really laid-back culture, and it's been that way since we opened back in 2004. And we even created a place, Funner, California, which is right where the casino sits. We have a ton of things to do here at Harrah's Resort Southern California. You know, we offer all the table games you could ever imagine to play, from baccarat to roulette to craps to blackjack. So we have a little over 1,500 slot machines right now on the floor and a little over 60 table games. We're part of a network of casinos with Caesars Entertainment that make us kind of a unique place to come and gamble in Southern California. We offer the industry-leading loyalty program through Caesars Rewards. If you play at Harrah's Resort Southern California, you can take that play, earn a level of benefits that you can use at our resorts all over the country. So that's pretty unique in this marketplace. In terms of our pool area, it's second to none. We've been voted one of the top 10 resort pools in America. We've got an adult area, so if you just really want to just kind of hang back and relax in a quiet area, we've got a pool for you. If you want to have a great time with your kids and go up and down the 400-foot lazy river, we've got a pool for you. It makes for a pretty cool pool area. We do have a spa here at Harrah's Resort Southern California. We offer all the treatments you would expect out of a resort spa. Pedicures, manicures, facials, all sorts of massages. So it's a great spa. We have fine dining all the way to quick serve. We have Fiore, steak and seafood, and we also have an oyster bar, which is pretty cool. We have a very authentic Chinese restaurant, KJ's. In addition, we have quick serve restaurants. We have Earl's Sandwich, we have Smash Burger, and if you're just a coffee maniac, we have the king of coffee, Starbucks. And then if you want to have something a little different, you can go poolside, and we have Rita's Cantina. We updated the menu to have food from like every region in Mexico. The Rincon Reservation Brewery, it's unique in that it's the only Native American brewery in California. They make a great beer. All our rooms are very spacious. We have 1,087 rooms. We have some terrific suites. We even have round pool tables in some of our suites. We have it all in that 1,087 rooms. Probably the best feature we have outside the facility is a 1-mile trail that runs right down the San Luis Rey River, and you can get a sense for a little bit about what the Rincon Reservation is all about. The Event Center is home to Headline Entertainment. It's 23,000 square feet. It seats 2,200 people. It's a great size venue to get up and close to a headline entertainer. So if you want to find your funner, go to harrahsocal.com and book your reservation.
Oh my gosh, I love whenever we see just that lazy river, because you know that's where I'm going to be. We talk about it every week. We know Cheryl's going to be by the bar perhaps because she's just so much fun. But I don't know where Quincy, where are you going to be? Are you going to be like at the games? I feel like you would be at the games.
I think I'm more of a game player.
You're a gamer? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll definitely play the games and then take some notes for stuff I can use on stage when I see y'all.
Nice when we see each other in person at some point. But I love how we have everything covered there. And you can find out more about what Harrah's Resort SoCal has to offer and book your own getaway at harrahsocal.com. Well, from the beautiful grounds of Harrah's, you may be inspired to create a nice garden at home. In fact, coming up, we will share some tips to help you create that beautiful garden. Stay with us. Welcome back to Main Street Living. Danielle, Quincy, whether we were blessed with a green thumb or not so much, we'd probably all enjoy a beautiful yard or patio space, right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And Connie Jacobone from Jacobone Garden Center has some tips for how to grow geraniums and keep them blooming all season long. Take a look.
So I hear a lot of times that people feel intimidated by planting geraniums in their garden because they're not sure on what to do when a flower has been spent. So I want to show you how to do it. It's really simple. So here's a flower that's got a little bit left over on it, but the majority of the flower has been burnt off. So you just go follow it down, and there's a little elbow right there. You just snap it off, and that's gone. And then this one, same thing. This one, it's gotta go. Next thing you know, you've got a lovely geranium that's nice and fresh and ready to grow new buds. Here's a new one, here's another one coming, and here's another little guy coming right here. The more you clean up your geraniums, the more they're gonna perform for you. Stop on by the garden center, we're always here to help.
Oh, you guys, I love geraniums. They're so pretty. I need to plant more stuff in my yard.
Yeah, I don't really have a green thumb like that, but I can also tell you for more tips on growing a garden full of gorgeous flowers and edible fruits and vegetables, you got to check their website, jacobone.com. Straight ahead, we got more of Main Street Living coming up.
Welcome back into Main Street Living, Quincy, Cheryl, another really fun show. And I'm really excited now for high school football. Can't wait to watch that on Gametime on YurView.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, high school and then college. Of course, Penn State. I cannot wait.
They're going to be better than last year, Cheryl.
Hook 'em horns.
Because Lamar was so...
Austin, Texas, hook 'em horns, okay? And of course, my Dallas Cowboys. But no matter what you're watching, you guys can always remember to catch us on our Cox Contra app as well.
Yeah, we're here, we're everywhere, guys, and we always love joining you on Monday nights, 9 p.m. local time, because that's where we are on Main Street Living. And so, what do you guys think? Who wants to do the stroll down Main Street? Q, do you want to do it?
Are you kidding me? You gonna? Okay, so if I do it, then you do the stroll. Okay, you ready?
All right, go.
So we'll catch you next time as we take a stroll on down Main Street.
Bye, guys. For Quincy's birthday.